For this year's content, we will be reading Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi, 1984 by George Orwell, and The Crucible by Arthur Miller.
Our learning outcomes from reading these books this semester will be: consider the changing historical, cultural, and social context in which particular texts are written and received. The areas to be considered might include the impacts of different forms of publishing, for example, serialization, political pressure and censorship, dominant and minority social groups, the role of the individual and family in society, the impact of prevailing values and beliefs.
Amongst other learning objectives for this year, we will demonstrate how the formal elements of the text, genre, and structure can not only be seen to influence meaning, but can also be influenced by context. Another thing we are going to do is understand the attitudes and values expressed by literary texts and their impact on readers.
In the third part of the English course, the Literature, Text and Context section, students are expected to complete the following 2 assessments.
In the first one, students will complete a written task. Their formal or creative essay will require students to interpret or be inspired by specific text to write their own. This assessment is graded externally. Therefore, it will be sent to IB.
Second, the paper 2. This is a prompted comparative essay we will take in May. It will cover the novels read in part 3. It is also an external assessment and will be sent to the IB to be graded. Our mock exam will prepare us for this.
So in this part of the course, we're going to examine the different forms of communication within media, such as blogs, advertisements, and news coverage.
Something we will also be doing is show awareness for the potential educational, political, or ideological influence of the media. For example, in public service broadcasting, campaigns, censorship, propaganda, and satire.
Another way the course helps us evaluate is that it shows the way mass media use language and English to inform, persuade, or entertain the public. Some examples of this would be the diversity of audiences, style, and register, overt and covert forms of bias, layout and use of images, and also the deliberate manipulation of audience, placement, and section of platform.
Okay, one of the major assessments is the FOA, which is a 10 to 15 minute long presentation which is supposed to be interactive, and basically the goal of the presentation is to either analyze one text or compare and contrast 2 texts. And we did an FOA last semester already, but this assignment will be repeated this semester in the part 2 of the course.
Another major assessment are the written tasks. There's 1 and 2. The first one being a more creative. It has to be 800 to 1,000 words and can be things such as a diary entry. And it has to include a rationale, which is from 200 to 300 words, which explains the choices that you made. While the written task 2 is an analytical essay, and you must respond to one of the prompts that they gave you. It's also 800 to 1,000 words, and it must include a short outline of what you wrote.
Another major assessment is the paper 1, which is a comparative textual analysis of 1 or 2 unseen texts. And in 11th grade, we have practiced with paper 1.